Low.
Skit 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you name that 2015?
Well, each one is named based on, I go in, like I said, 5, 10, 15, 20. After 20, then it's slightly different. And when we get to that part, I'll tell you. But 2015, I believe by the end, I'm a father of 4. You know what I'm saying? I had just did 3 years in the feds. 2011, my whole life changed. I was arrested illegally, convicted wrongfully, and I missed the birth of my 3rd child, which is my first daughter, whom I love. Still bothers me to this day that I wasn't there to cut her umbilical cord, because I was there for all my children, you know, doing that. I was arrested. Rest in peace to Bones. Unfortunately, he was murdered. He was murdered shortly after. Rest in peace to Tank. Somebody I grew up looking up to. He was murdered while I was locked up. My cousin Edson, he was also murdered. So the therapy that I had used the music for, I remember the day I was arrested, January 26, 2011. I remember walking out the house telling my father that I was tired. And he was like, you know, you should go to sleep. But I wasn't tired like from rest. I was just tired of all of it. You know what I'm saying? I was ripping and running. And, you know, a few of them had chose, you feel me? They had chose me, but the money just didn't compensate for the fact that I didn't give a fuck about what they had going on, you know what I'm saying? The music was my passion. But when I was arrested, they seized all my assets, and everything that had been built artistically pretty much came to a halt. While I was locked up, I was able to realize that I did need to heal myself. Because you go to war, it's 2000 and, I'm talking about 2015, but the 5 years prior to that, like, you come outside as a teenager, all these people getting killed, you know what I'm saying? All these people getting locked up, children being born. You already have the stress of life, and you still pursuing your musical endeavors. Throughout it all, man, I stay prayed up though, and never moved maliciously. I credit my parents and my grandmother for speaking life into me. I'm a very spiritual dude. I got out rejuvenated. It's a video of me actually. Gunna, what you doing? Where you been though? And it shows a snippet of what I say when I'm immediately released from the feds. And I'm like, we gonna make this shit shake. So 2015, I believe we dropped Volume 1, which was a collective of everybody on the block. Dope project. It didn't get what I felt like it deserved. It was a different time, getting out, not going back to the streets, welcoming my 4th child. And anybody know, I mean, having children in general is challenging. But when you ain't got the money or your money funny, things change. I wasn't greeted when I was released, man, I wasn't embraced. A lot of people that I had looked out for kind of like distance themselves. A lot of people who I worked with, who had elevated, who I built with, they had elevated, but that was nothing personal because it was business. But the majority of people that I dealt with prior to me being incarcerated, right now they're successful. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got an eye and an ear for talent. So it was like, all right, let's do what need to be done. But I realized it wasn't about talent as much anymore. So that didn't help me because I'm a talent-based artist, you know what I'm saying? Now it was like more and more because of social media about gimmicks, about like just weird shit that I was like, damn, so it ain't about you making good music. And I remember the smiles in the studio as we was building with a lot of dope artists, and I remember seeing how that inspired so many people in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that through this, we could be the next Cash Money, we could be the next No Limit. You know, that's what I grew up looking at. But money is essential. And when you're not in the streets and you're not aware of an LLC and a business loan and all of these things that are available for people who handle business, then you're gonna have more bumps on the road than you need. So 2005 was a year, 2015 was an optimistic year for me, because like I said, we was finna drop volume 1. I was like, man, we finna take it to the next level. We finna finish everything that was started. And that's how I felt. It was also therapeutic.